going, everyone? My name is Swendini. I am an MLB The Show content creator. I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys. I'm going to give you guys the best settings that you can work with in this game. This goes for PS4, Xbox players, anything you want. But yeah, so we're going to hop right into this video. So if you guys are on the main menu, which this is where it puts you at, there's the settings gear in the top right, so you're going to want to click on that and you go to settings, and then it'll bring you to this for. So we're going to focus on the gameplay part of this first. This is what we're kind of working with right here. So if we go to gameplay, if you guys are just starting the game or new, I'd suggest sticking on rookie or veteran. And if you want to try dynamic, this one's kind of interesting. It increases the difficulty if you do better, and it decreases the difficulty if you are kind of in a slump or something like that. So that one's kind of, it's all right. I don't like it a ton, but you know, it gets the job done. I'd stick on rookie or veteran if I were you guys, but I am on a Hall of Fame level. I've played this game for over 2 years, so I'm pretty good at it, I'd consider. So I'd stick on Hall of Fame. All right, so next for the hitting view, you guys gotta go with strike zone or strike zone 2. One of those, you gotta go with one of those, man. It'll give you the best view of the ball. And if you guys want to, I am also getting out a hitting tips video later today. So that is going to really go over the in-depth looks of what everything is going to look like and all that stuff. So hitting view, I go strike zone or strike zone 2. It'll just give you the best view of the ball. As for the in-play view offense, this one doesn't really matter a ton. High is a little bit weird. You can do almost anything but high or broadcast. Retro is kind of weird as well, but I usually stick with medium or dynamic. Either one works. Medium is all right for me. This one is unlocked. The in-play, or locked. The in-play view offense, it's just kind of like it gives you a view of your base runners and all that stuff when you put the ball in play. This one is going to be locked. Hitting interface, you have to go with zone, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Hitting interface is very important. For zone, it'll just give you it'll give you a main zone of what you're trying to hit. So the PCI is the plate coverage indicator. It's basically it symbolizes your bat. The inner part of the PCI is pretty much your barrel, and then the outer is pretty much your whole bat as a whole. And then, so zone is the best. It'll put you on directional. That is when you use your left analog to like point which direction you want to hit it. It's really bad. You make contact, the point is zone will give you the best chance at making contact consistently. Input type, you want buttons. Analog, no. Just don't do that. Don't try that. Analog type, we want flick. That has always been the standard. Camera shift, it'll just lock. And you want, this is probably the most important part. You want this PCI, the plate coverage indicator. This is the most important to hitting. You want this on. So this is what is going to allow you to hit. This is pretty much what symbolizes your bat. So this PCI Center, this is what I believe is the best. What's nice about this is you can customize it however you want. So what I stick with is diamonds. It's pretty much a bigger diamond on top, a smaller one in the middle, and then an even smaller one in the bottom, in the center of the strike zone. I'll show you guys a picture. I'll pop one up on the screen to show you what I used. But this is what I use. So diamonds, you can either go circles, which is pretty much what I just said, except it's circles. Altitude is, there's 3 dots on top, then 2, then 1. It's a little weird. Altitude is all right, and then none is all right, but I'd probably just stick with diamonds or circles if I were you. PCI inner wedge is what I usually stick with. It is it's kind of curved. The inner PCI is curved, and then so there's one side that's pretty small, and then the other side is a little bit of a bigger curve. It's kind of it's hard to explain. I'll put my PCI up on the screen picture for you guys. PCI outer, I go none, but if you want to go basic, that's totally fine. It just gives you a bigger PCI to work with. PCI color, I go with cyan, which is pretty much a lighter blue. You can go with ocean color. I don't know what that looks like actually. You can go blue, straight up blue, violet, magenta, red, orange, yellow, white, black, spring green, green, and cyan was I'm on. That's the one I'm on. I think it just looks pretty good. I usually stick with PCI transparency 7. That's like the default setting, and yeah. So the PCI fade out. So if you guys have a PCI outer on, that means so you can choose center and outer. So that means before the pitch is delivered, you will be able to see those two. But then when it fades out and when the pitcher is in the middle of his windup, those two will be gone. So what I do is I just do none, because I just have it on, I just have a PCI enter that stays the whole way through. And what you guys see on the screen right now is what my PCI looks like the whole way through. So I just go none right there. So now we're done with batting and base running. That's pretty easy when it comes to that. Pitching, I go on Hall of Fame. I'm more of an experienced pitcher. I like to say that I am. Pitching interface, I'm going to try pinpoint pitching at some point, but right now I would recommend pure analog. All you have to do is go down on the right joystick, and then as soon as it's about to hit that yellow line, you just want to go up as fast as you can with that right analog, or as slow as you can, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Your goal is to try to hit that dot, though. It's just a down-up motion. That's what I'm on right now. This is locked. Pitch feedback. You want this on just because it'll tell you if you made a good pitch, bad pitch. Pretty self-explanatory. Pitching view. This is kind of important. I go pitcher. If you guys want to check out any of my past gameplay videos, pitcher is the type that I use. It's kind of close up, but it gives you a view of the pitcher and the batter. Pitching ball marker, I go classic. So classic, they give you tick marks to symbolize the break on the pitcher's pitches. If you guys want to check out any of my other videos than that too, go for it. But the classic, or I might put a picture up too. But they're just yellow arrows that represent the pitcher's break. Pitch confidence, you want that on. Pitch delay, don't mess with that. And I don't even know what this is, but the pitch trail, you get a red line instead of the yellow arrows. You get a red line just showing where the ball is going. It'll be on pitch trail fade, I think. But I go classic on just to give me, I like to visualize my break on the pitches. So for throwing interface, you need to go button accuracy. That is very important. You need to guarantee yourself a good throw. So this is pretty much you press and hold until the little line that goes across ends up in the green area. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a little bit harder to get used to, but you need to go with this one. It guarantees you a perfect throw. Pure analog, don't ever use that. Buttons is what it sets on, but it doesn't guarantee you a perfect throw. You got to go button accuracy. Road of the show, we're not going to talk about that. Throwing meter is on. Yeah, you want that on because that'll make the red, yellow, and green meter show up. Fielding a decision, don't need to mess with that. Throwing decision, don't need to mess with that. I like to go medium for in-play view defense. It just some people like to go high. I know Ochev likes to go high. It gives them just a broader vision of the whole field. But I go medium right here. Throw canceling. It's kind of nice because if you make a bad throw, you can just press, like, say, for example, you're throwing a first base. You make a bad throw, you can just quick press O again after you make that bad throw, and then it'll cancel the throw, so it's not a bad throw. This you don't need to mess up, and yeah, so, and you can turn off the auto shift if you want. I leave it on. I just keep it on auto. I don't really care. That's pretty much my fielding settings, and you don't really need to mess with the general. Pretty much everything that's on default you can just leave right there. I don't ever mess with these. I just kind of turn this tutorial off though because it's kind of annoying. You guys though, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, so those are my main settings. Like I said, please stay tuned. I'm going to have a hitting tips out later today where I'm going to go over all the ways you can hit, all the ways I hit. So that is for the gameplay settings. Presentation, I don't really mess with at all. Audio and video, since I'm a content creator, I like to turn the commentary off. It's less distracting. Road of the show, I guess you could have on. I don't really do that a ton. The PA volume is that announcer in the background that always announces who's up to bat and all that. He's really annoying, to be honest. I turn the music down. That is just for copyright. I don't even like the music actually anyway. Sound effects, I keep that on. That's like when you hit the ball, when the pitcher throws the ball and all that. Turn crowd volume off. That's the most annoying one. But it's all preference. It's all preference for you guys. These are my audio settings. I don't really mess with much except for these slider ones. And then this is a new one, mode specific. You want to have cross-platform play on just because they added this. You want to have that on unless I guess you don't want to play with anyone on Xbox or PS4, vice versa. But yeah, I'm not going to mess with any of these unless I need to, but this main one, cross-platform play, they added that one just because now we have cross-platform. But yeah, so those are the main settings you guys need to know of. I don't really, you can set your new favorite team over here too. And yeah, so, and as soon as you back out, you just hit apply changes and then it will save and then you can go back in and edit them again. Thank you guys for watching this video. These are what I believe are the best settings to work with. If you guys have any comments about what I should use or what you use or all that stuff, please add them. Hitting tips coming out today. Just be on the lookout for that. I'll explain everything in that one. And yeah, so the best settings in MLB The Show 20 are right here. And that'll give you the best chance, I believe, to win yourself a ball game. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.